Welcome back again to Gunners View. Fresh from their dramatic 2-1 victory over Newcastle United on Sunday evening, secured by a 96th-minute Gabriel header, Arsenal wasted no time getting back to work. The players returned to the TOMBER Realty Training Centre on Monday morning and today to shift focus onto their next assignment, a crucial UEFA Champions League group stage clash against Olympiacos at Emirates Stadium tomorrow night. Monday's session was all about recovery and recalibration. After the physical and emotional demands of Sunday's late win at St James's Park, the coaching staff placed emphasis on restoring energy levels while keeping the ball sharp. Players went through light tactical drills, small-sided possession exercises, and set-piece routines designed to reinforce both defensive organisation and attacking precision. The presence of senior players alongside the younger prospects from the academy created a competitive but encouraging atmosphere, with everyone pulling in the same direction as preparations for Europe began. Today, Tuesday, marked the final session before Wednesday's showdown, and the intensity was notably higher. Under the watchful eye of Mikel Arteta and his staff, the group worked on tactical patterns specific to breaking down Olympiacos, who are expected to defend deep and look for quick counter-attacks. Attacking drills focused on fluid movement in the final third, with players rehearsing quick interchanges and finishing under pressure. Defensively, the emphasis was placed on compact pressing and recovering the ball high up the pitch, as Arsenal aimed to control the game from start to finish at Emirates Stadium. Another key part of today's training involved match scenarios designed to test the players' resilience in transitions, something Arteta sees as vital against a side like Olympiacos. The younger players once again featured heavily in these drills, gaining invaluable experience alongside senior teammates, while adding energy and fresh ideas to the session. The togetherness within the squad was evident throughout, with both groups pushing each other to maintain high standards ahead of such a significant European fixture. With 2 strong days of preparation behind them, Arsenal head into tomorrow's Champions League encounter, brimming with confidence and momentum. The late turnaround against Newcastle not only boosted belief, but also served as a reminder of the squad's determination to fight until the very end. Now, with their final training session complete, all focus shifts to delivering a commanding performance under the Emirates lights, as Arteta's men look to build on their Premier League triumph with another statement win in Europe. The coaching staff also made sure to dedicate time to set-piece rehearsals, a department that proved decisive against Newcastle with Gabriel's late header. Corners and free kicks were practiced extensively, with both attacking and defensive structures fine-tuned. Arteta stressed the importance of capitalizing on these moments in tight European fixtures, where margins can be small and dead ball situations often swing the balance. Another notable aspect of the final session was the focus on mental sharpness. After such an emotionally charged win at the weekend, the squad were encouraged to reset quickly and approach Olympiacos with full concentration. Team talks and on-pitch instructions highlighted the need for discipline and patience, especially against an opponent likely to frustrate and delay the tempo of the game. The young players responded positively, showing maturity and eagerness to contribute, while the senior figures led by example in maintaining focus and intensity. As training wrapped up, the mood across the group was confident but professional. The players left the TOMBER Realty Training Centre knowing that the hard work on the pitch has put them in the best possible shape for tomorrow's match. With the Emirates crowd behind them, Arsenal will now look to carry the momentum from St James's Park into Europe and make a strong statement in their Champions League campaign. Elsewhere, in terms of team news, Arsenal face a few setbacks. Noni Madueke is ruled out for a couple of months after suffering a knee injury against Manchester City, joining Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus on the injury list with similar issues. Defender Piero Hincapié remains sidelined with a groin problem, having missed recent games. However, there is a major boost for Arteta, as captain Martin Ødegaard has returned to training after recovering from a shoulder complaint, and he could feature against Newcastle if cleared to start. The combination of player absences and the intensity of the challenge means this arrival on Tyneside carries extra weight for Arsenal. Every detail will matter, from tactical discipline to composure under pressure, as Arteta's side aim to show they can deliver in one of the Premier League's most demanding environments. With the squad now settled in Newcastle, the countdown to kick-off is on, and the Gunners will be hoping their arrival marks the beginning of a memorable night in the northeast. Elsewhere, Arsenal rounded off their preparations on Saturday with a high-intensity session at the TOMBER Realty Training Centre, as Mikel Arteta's side put the finishing touches to their game plan for Sunday's Premier League showdown with Newcastle United at St James's Park. Following a busy week that saw the Gunners progress in the Carabao Cup with a 2-0 win at Port Vale, attention has now shifted firmly toward one of the most demanding away trips on the domestic calendar. The final training session was designed to combine sharp tactical rehearsals with physical conditioning, ensuring that the players enter the weekend in peak readiness. Senior stars worked side by side with academy talents, reflecting the integrated approach that has become a hallmark of Arteta's tenure. With energy high and focus unwavering, the squad looked intent on translating their training ground intensity into another strong performance under the lights in the northeast. Much of the session was devoted to tactical drills tailored specifically for the challenges posed by Newcastle. The coaching staff emphasized defensive compactness, working on maintaining disciplined lines to cope with the hosts' direct style and aerial threat. Players were drilled in rapid transitions, with a focus on regaining possession quickly and breaking forward with pace, aiming to exploit spaces Newcastle often leave when pressing high up the pitch. Set-piece organisation was another key theme of the morning. With Newcastle well known for their threat from dead ball situations, Arsenal spent extended periods practicing defensive routines, while also rehearsing attacking corners and free kicks in search of a decisive edge. The younger players were fully involved in these drills, gaining invaluable experience while showcasing their technical ability and composure in a demanding environment. Small-sided matches followed, providing an opportunity to simulate game scenarios and test the squad's decision-making under pressure. These mini-games were played at relentless speed, with the coaching staff encouraging intensity, communication, and precision. The presence of academy prospects added an extra layer of competitiveness as they sought to impress against their senior counterparts. Away from the drills, Saturday's session was also shaped by important updates on player availability. Speaking ahead of the final training run, Arteta confirmed that captain Martin Ødegaard has been training with the group and could be fit to return at St James's Park. His inclusion would provide a significant boost, offering leadership and creativity in midfield. Bukayo Saka, who played 63 minutes against Port Vale, has also trained normally and is expected to be available, with his planned substitution on Wednesday described by Arteta as precautionary. Noni Madueke's situation remains unresolved, however, with the winger still awaiting a scan on the knee problem sustained in last weekend's draw with Manchester City. Meanwhile, there were no fresh updates on long-term absentees Piero Hincapié, groin, Kai Havertz, knee, and Gabriel Jesus, knee, who continue their rehabilitation programs away from the main group. As the session concluded, the atmosphere around the squad was one of confidence mixed with determination. The players appeared sharp, motivated, and fully aware of the challenge awaiting them at St James's Park. Newcastle's intensity and home advantage make it one of the most testing fixtures on the calendar, but Arsenal's meticulous preparation and the potential return of key figures ensure they head north with optimism. For Arteta, the balance between recovery, tactical clarity, and competitive edge has been carefully struck over the past 48 hours. Saturday's final workout brought the group together one last time before departure, ensuring that every player, whether a seasoned first-teamer or an emerging academy talent, understands their role and responsibilities. With preparations complete, the focus now shifts to Sunday evening, where Arsenal will look to turn training ground momentum into 3 crucial Premier League points. Again and again, as focus immediately turned to their next Premier League assignment away at Newcastle United. The quick turnaround left no room for complacency, with the coaching staff eager to ensure the squad remained sharp and ready for what promises to be one of the toughest fixtures of the season. The session brought together the full senior group alongside a number of promising academy players, continuing the club's ongoing commitment to integrating youth within the first-team environment. Having featured in the midweek tie, several of the younger players returned to training with renewed confidence, blending seamlessly into the drills alongside more experienced teammates. Their involvement ensured a lively atmosphere, as intensity and competition were evident from the first whistle of the session. This morning's work was carefully tailored to balance recovery with tactical preparation. Those who started against Port Vale were eased back in with light conditioning and ball retention drills, designed to keep energy levels high while avoiding fatigue. Others who featured less or were not involved midweek went through a more demanding program focused on endurance, sharp passing combinations, and positional rotations. The coaching team placed particular emphasis on tempo, encouraging quick transitions and vertical play to replicate scenarios they expect to face against Newcastle. Defensive structure was another key area of attention, with staff drilling the squad on compact shape, discipline without the ball, and quick recovery runs. Newcastle's physicality and threat from wide areas were clear considerations, as Arsenal worked extensively on defensive organisation in both open play and set-piece situations. High-intensity, small-sided games followed, pushing players to maintain concentration under pressure and testing their ability to make quick decisions in tight spaces. Off the ball, players were guided through pressing routines and counter-pressing triggers, with the aim of nullifying Newcastle's ability to build attacks. On the attacking side, finishing drills and combination plays in the final third rounded off the session, ensuring the squad sharpened their edge in front of goal. The younger players showed impressive confidence during these exercises, taking the opportunity to demonstrate their technical ability and tactical awareness. As the session drew to a close, the collective mood within the camp was positive, with both senior and academy players showing high levels of energy and determination. The balance of recovery and preparation underlined the coaching staff's intent to keep the squad fresh, united, and fully focused ahead of the trip to St. James's Park. Again and again,